Hey guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hope you guys are all doing well. As you can see, I'm with the main man himself, Taylor Talks City, and no, Taylor Talks United. I'm only joking. We're back for our show again. There I was just, sat scrolling through the shorts feed, and whose video pops up? None other than this guy's video. I'm talking about bloody Gravenberch. Explain yourself.
Well, it's not just United. I know Liverpool are in for him as well.
Yeah, Liverpool can fuck off as well.
We're looking at him on a potential loan deal with hopefully an option to buy. I think if we're not going to get Amrabat, I think Gravenberch would be a good deal to have as a number 8. But like I said, I would rather Amrabat. I think he's just got that bit more quality to him, and he could play more of the Casemiro role as well to give someone like Casemiro a rest. So he could do like a 6 and 8, where Gravenberch is more of an 8. But we'll have to see how it goes. I highly doubt it's going to happen because I think Gravenberch wants to stay Bayern Munich. But obviously, with his position being pretty unknown, he might not have a choice in doing it. So we'll have to see what happens.
One of people's got his wish on pushing one of the youngsters out. We'll start with United because I was going to go on a rant and then you won't be able to talk. What's happening with United?
United update. What have we got? Statement from Mason Greenwood after God knows how long. He is departing from the club, as he said.
What is it? Is it like a contract termination?
Well, no one knows exactly what it means. A lot of people are thinking it's like a loan move away, but he's definitely said this season that he's not at Old Trafford. So,
okay.
So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that situation. He did try and defend himself.
Huh?
It's a weird one. He kind of like contradicts himself a bit. Like he says like some things are not true, and then in like the next paragraph he says, "I know I've made mistakes in my relationship." Blah blah blah. And it's like, well, you're saying you're innocent, but then you're saying you made mistakes. Like, yeah, what? So basically, what have you done? Like, and what haven't you done? I think I don't really think a lot of them is his words. I think it's just like a PR. It's just like his team, yeah. I just saying that just to kind of, I guess he probably doesn't want to say a lot just in case, but yeah, no, it's definitely a weird one. But at least he's going. I didn't want him to stay unless he had 100% proof that he didn't do what he's been accused of.
Yeah.
And him just saying that he didn't do it is not good enough at all.
Yeah, so he's going. What? Anything else happening?
Obviously, Fred's gone to Fenerbahce. He actually just scored today as well.
Oh wow! Is that permanent or?
Yeah, permanent deal. It wasn't a lot. It was like near 15 mil total euros. So yeah,
35 million loss.
Yeah, so yeah, we paid 50 mil for him. So yeah, big loss on that one. The Maguire talks are back on for him to go, but we're still not too sure.
To West Ham or a different?
I think West Ham is still interested, but it might be a couple other teams as well. We'll hope to see what happens because we need to sell off players to like. That's why we can't get Amrabat because of our whole budget and FFP situation. We can't. We're very held back, so we need to get some of these players out to then get the players we want in. That's why the whole Gravenberch loan deal is the best possible move because it's not buying them. Because it's more into the wages, and by the looks of it, we have unlimited wages for the amount we pay off. Yeah, I think it's Liverpool that got the highest wages in the Prem, and United second. They got 30 million in total, and then United's got 29, I think. So it's definitely an interesting one. Lost against Tottenham 2-0 at Spurs, where I thought we were either going to win 3-1 if we had the players that I said we should have, or we would draw if we didn't, and no, we end up losing. Got robbed for 2 penalties, in my opinion. One clear as day, like one guarantee. One can be argued, but the first one definitely guarantee, without a doubt. So that's a frustrating one going into. I think we've got Nottingham Forest away. Home next game. So hopefully we can pick up some points there and fix our mistakes from the Tottenham game. Hopefully, otherwise there will be questions to the manager of like what he's trying to achieve with playing the same players that play terrible against Wolves. Had a good first half against Tottenham, but then just shattered in the second half. And to go with the same lineup and players for Forest at home, it's a bit of a weird one, I think.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I know where you're coming from. So basically, from what I'm understanding, is you got generally, even with selling Fred, you can't sign anyone.
No, it's not enough.
Okay, so you can sign someone. So let's say you've got to sign someone for like $1 million. You could,
most likely. I don't know what the FFP situation is on the signings as well. I know that's kind of a holdback. So we have to wait and see, but we don't know on like owner situation. It's all going back and forth, and I don't think we're going to know for a long time whether the club's going to get sold or not.
Yeah. So basically, from what I'm understanding, if you were to sell McTominay to West Ham, you could have got Amrabat in.
Yeah, either McTominay or Maguire. I think we'd get more for McTominay. I think we'd get about 40 mil for McTominay. So literally McTominay out and Amrabat in straight off the bat, I think would have been the ideal spot. But once again, we have to wait and see what happens.
Don't worry, people. I see everyone in the chat. Welcome in, everyone. We'll go through the chat in a minute. We'll just keep talking a little bit longer, and then we'll go through some comments and go through that. So Ryan Gravenberch.
How would you? Obviously, I know because I watched the game. Well, obviously, you streamed the last Bayern Munich game, and I watched that game as well. And I know Goretzka had a really good game, kind of more solidifying his spot there, and that he probably won't be leaving at all. So that's really going to set back Gravenberch to get game time. So what do you think is the ideal situation for Gravenberch himself, and then for like Bayern Munich in general?
If I'm going off, if I'm not going to be selfish with it, and I'm going to go off of what's best for him. Best for him is to be loaned out. I think going to Manchester United could work. I don't know if he would work in the Premier League. Obviously, both moves are to link to different Premier League clubs. I think he would work at United just simply because, number one, he's not going to necessarily need to defend because he's got Casemiro behind him. Obviously, you've got a good solid defense as well, and your manager is his old manager, so it's going to fit it straight away. He's going to fit in. So the best case scenario for him probably is to go to Manchester United. The only thing I would say is Liverpool obviously do look more likely to get him, which makes no sense considering his old manager is.
I think it's just more of Liverpool will buy him, and obviously United would loan him. So I think there's a big difference there.
Yeah. No, I get that. Other than that, yeah, I'll talk. I'll talk in a minute. Because some of the comments are basically alluding to.
Do you think he not would be like a Sabitzer sort of thing when he got loaned to United? Did pretty well at United.
I think he'd
in his
do. I
loan.
think he'd do better than Sabitzer.
Okay.
Just because he, even though the Ajax system is different because of different players like Rashford, Casemiro, so on. It's still the Ten Hag system.
Yeah.
And Ten Hag knows especially how Gravenberch plays. He knows his weaknesses. He knows his strengths. And to be honest, the fact that United are in for it does scare me a little bit, because you need a midfielder. He's not going to get game time with Bayern, and more the fact of Goretzka seems to be pulling his socks up and taking them out of his ass and actually putting in some good performances. But yeah, that's a frustrating one. Pavard, though, seems to be going to Inter Milan. You guys obviously missed out on him. What are you thinking on that deal? I know that you personally won.
Yeah. I think we're fine on someone like I don't see Pavard getting in the system compared to the others. Like, he would be third choice. Like, it would be hard for him to get second choice at best. So I think it would just be a waste of time for him. And I don't think he would want to sit there and wait for one of the players to go out or end up hoping for 2 injuries to happen or something. So yeah, I'm not bothered by the Pavard situation. Yeah.
Who was your man of the match in that game? I know obviously you lost, but who was the best player?
So overall was Bissouma for Tottenham. Their midfielder. He bossed it. He did very, very well. Their midfield won the game. Like, they won the midfield battle, but it's like we don't have a proper system for midfield, so it is bound to happen. Like, I think that will be our biggest weakness through the season unless we get Gravenberch or Amrabat. For United, probably Varane again. I'd say there's been a lot of talk about him, about maybe getting rid of him or whatever. What would people think if the Saudis come for him? Would you sell him? I don't know where it's coming from. He's still he's got the experience. His leadership's unreal. He's still a perfect centre back for us. Like, obviously we've got Martinez. He's still coming into his young player. He's 24. He's got years to go, but Varane is that ready-made player, and I think he was probably our best. And I think without him, we probably would have been a bit more. Or Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka had a pretty good game until he obviously got subbed off for Dalot to get our attacking situation, because Wan-Bissaka pretty much took Son off the sideline and told him to stay there. Because Son did nothing. Well, Tottenham attacked him, I think. He was just basically down there. He was their middle section from goalkeeper, centre-backs and midfield. Like, that's where their strengths were in that game. Their fullbacks were awful. Their attackers were awful. And we just couldn't capitalise. And because obviously we had Rashford up front. He's just not comfortable up being up striker. Garnacho, still inexperienced is showing. Anthony, experience is showing. And he's very frustrating at the moment. So I really wanted to see someone like... when it comes to the next game, I want to see Rashford on the left, Sancho up front, and Pellistri on the right. Because every time someone like Sancho and Pellistri come on, there seems to be a shift in what goes on. And I think players like them need to be starting.
Yeah. What about Mason Mount? How did he do?
Mason Mount, first half, I think it was his better game under United in that first half. I can't say much about second half because we just did crap in the end. So that's a complete write off. But he was definitely, because he played a deeper role, but he's not a deep player. So that's why there's problems in the midfield, playing a player out of position. Same with Rashford, player out of position. When you have like two, three players in your team that's out of position, you're going to crumble until you fix it. And basically, that's what happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, first off, I think he was pretty solid, and then just went downhill like the rest of the team.
Yeah, no, I get you. On Bayern though, currently at the moment we're looking for a replacement for Benji Pavard or Benjamin Pavard, whatever you want to say, and there's various names being thrown out there. Klosterman, a player that plays for Leipzig, German. He can play. We're basically looking for someone that can play the right back and centre back, because obviously that's what Pavard can do. He's going for, I think it's 30 million. Let me have a look. 30 million euros, which is super cheap, to be honest. That's generally though, because Inter are obviously he said that he will stay, but he will see out his contract. Obviously, Bayern don't want that to happen, and he's pushing for the move. So yeah, it seems to be happening. So yeah, Klosterman's one of them, and then there's a couple of others, which we'll make a video on. I got Klosterman video coming in the morning for everyone anyway. Other than that, obviously there's the Ryan Gravenberch stuff. For me, I keep him all day, every day. You keep Ryan Gravenberch. The only problem is with Goretzka playing how he is. The only thing is, like, is that going to carry on? Because if he's just going to play like that one game and then be crap, it's an annoyance. Like I said, I think Thomas Tuchel wants Gravenberch out. I don't know if that's like in general wants him out, or if that's just a like a loan move. We got rid of Stanisic on a loan move to Bayer Leverkusen, which is absolute mistake. The fact that we've got rid of one of our better players, in that role, he could literally play the role that we're looking to replace Pavard with. Like I said, I've been saying it for ages. Tuchel out. The guy's backwards. He's making the club go backwards. Why you get rid of a player to then get rid of another player to bring a player in to replace that player when you could have had the first fucking player to replace that player you want to get rid of? Mindfuck. It makes no sense. And also, if we were to keep Stanisic, we get 30 million in, then maybe we look at getting a CDM. And then you put Gravenberch on loan. I don't understand. I'm generally mind boggled. Harry Kane had his baby boy.
I just seen that.
Congratulations to him on that one. And I see certain media saying, was it born in England? Was it born in Germany? I was like, does it really matter? It was born and it was healthy. Like, shut the fuck up. To be perfectly honest. Other than that, obviously we won our game. 4-0 in the end. Definitely wasn't a 4-0 game. But yeah, obviously you watched that game. Was it that game you watched? Was it that game?
Yeah.
Or was it
it was. Yeah, it was that one.
I can't remember if you watched the Super Cup or not. So yeah, that's pretty much that, to be perfectly honest with you. Let's see what the chat is saying anyway. There are some other things we can talk about, but chat-wise, what are people saying? Welcome in, Ansar. I see you going at Taylor again. What is happening at Bayern? Squad is way too thin. Exactly, and this is another reason with getting rid of like Gravenberch. I know that he's not an older player that's experienced or anything like that, but it's a problem getting rid of him. You can't get rid of him. Not with Goretzka playing how he has been playing. One performance is one performance. It's paper and every little cracks. Now, if he carries on doing that, he's going to be brilliant. But that's the thing. And it's the same with Sane. Sane in that game the other day was absolutely fantastic. But he seems to start fantastically and end crap. Actually, we can talk about Sane as well because he's been linked out. Mason Mount was.
He's taking the piss.
Yeah, I get you taking the piss, but if we were actually to say that, I'd say it was Onana because I think he's long term.
Yeah.
Tuchel out. I agree, mate. Welcome to the club. Welcome in, Wilma. And he also says hello to you.
Hello.
I generally have no clue who this Jim Radcliffe guy is. So,
do you want the small, detail on him?
Yeah, go ahead.
Fake billionaire.
Oh, okay. I remember when like you were getting taken over and it was this or that. That it was like he's going to borrow money in that. So
yeah, that's what I mean. So, apparent Manchester United fan, Chelsea season ticket holder, buying half the club, keeping the Glazers, then over like 6 years, paying them off whilst borrowing money off other billionaires.
Okay.
Which meaning not paying off debt, not putting the money in the squad, not building up the facilities and stadium.
Yeah.
Qataris, I just need to say Qataris, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what that brings.
Yeah, literally everyone knows what their sort of money brings.
I agree. You're not going to get me disagreeing. We need a 6. We won't get a 6. I think there's a problem at Bayern Munich at the moment. Obviously, the manager being one thing, but I think some of these players got too much power, unfortunately. And for some reason, Kimmich coming out and saying that he's a 6. No, brother, you're not a 6. And to be perfectly honest, you just need to shut up. I love Kimmich. Absolutely love Kimmich. You might have 6 on your back, but you don't play that position. You're a box to box now. Really confusing why he's even coming out and saying I'm a 6. No, you're not. So yeah, I don't know if you're to believe the rumors that he's basically one of the problems why we're not getting a 6. I really hope that's not the case, if I'm honest. But yeah, again, like I said, keep Stanisic in. Use that 30 million to go and get, because how much were you quoted Amrabat for?
30 to 40.
Oh my granny, you could literally get him for that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this club's moving backwards. But yeah, I agree without a doubt. Welcome in, Rajat. Hopefully you're doing well, mate. Thoughts on West Ham waking up and almost bidding 30 million for Maguire? Taylor, do you still want Goretzka to come to Manchester United? Right, do the first question first.
Well, West Ham did bid 30 mil. They did start for 20 and then went to 30. Maguire was very upset that they bidded 20 mil. He thought it was very disrespectful and stuff like that, which his ego is really coming up. He's so far up his own arse. And then 30 mil, I think West Ham were talking to him, but obviously he wanted more. He was just greedy and all that. He wants United to pay and all that, and he wants to be sold for more money as well, because apparently 30 mil is not enough. Like his ego is far too up his arse.
Yeah.
And then, I wouldn't mind Goretzka coming to United. Like I said, if it had to be for a decent price, considering we can get Amrabat, like it would have to be for around the same price, because Amrabat would be a very good signing for us for 30 to 40 million. Like we shouldn't go for, if we go for Goretzka, it shouldn't be more than 40 million. If it goes past that, then go for Amrabat, or even go for Gravenberch. So, if it was less than 40 mil, then yeah, I'm all down for it.
Yeah, most definitely. I hate Goretzka. He's just been shit. Just say it how it is. Same with the guy behind me. If Gnabry's shit, I'll be the first to say he was crap. I'm real. I don't get it. That's why I said Tuchel out the day he fucking signed, because I didn't want him. He would already know Ten Hag's relationship. Yeah, exactly. He would be ahead. Oh, so I think he's talking about Pavard. He'd be ahead of Lindelof.
I don't know. It's Lindelof because when he had his opportunities last season because of injuries of other players, he turned up, like he showed up, and even Ten Hag stated that he does not want Lindelof to leave. So I don't think I would put him ahead of Lindelof, to be honest. And obviously he's not going to get in the right back because of Wan-Bissaka coming out of his show again, and Diego Dalot getting better as well. So either or, like if you're mentioning centre backs as well, you're putting him further behind.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd say Gravenberch needs a loan badly to be better, but it ain't helping with him running to the media / press. But Gravenberch could be a good player for Bayern, but the whole Gravenberch situation is too. Well, the problem is with him going to the media is like, I get it. As a fan, I understand. You don't want to hear a player bashing the club manager or whatever. But at the same time, like, this, the thing is, every time I say that the manager's a clown, people think I just hate him because I don't want the manager here. But he generally is a clown. When I say that, I mean, like, you have Goretzka playing like dog shit last season. And before anyone comes at me, I said last season. So last season he was crap next to Kimmich. Yet you still give him endless game time. It's like Manchester United with McTominay and Fred. Like, when they were crap, they still played over and over and over again. Like, last season we didn't have Lima. Now we have Lima. Is even less chance of him getting any game time. So yeah, I understand as a fan's point, you don't want him bashing the club, but at the same time, he was playing week in, week out for Ajax. He was playing for the Netherlands. Of course he's going to be pissed off. You know what I mean? And I generally think that's why Maguire's trying to stay at Manchester United. I really, really do. I think that's the only way, even though that he's crap, that's the only way he stays in the England team. I know that Gareth Southgate seems to love him or whatever, but a West Ham player, unless it's Declan Rice, and that's because Declan Rice's talent over the stature of the club, that's the only, way he stays in England's system, which he shouldn't be playing in anyway because he's crap.
So he'll end up dropping off because he won't get game time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean.
I
think West Ham has said as well. Yeah. I think West Ham has said to him as well he could be captain. Like, they even offered it him straight away. Like, which is just dumb. Like, he's not captain. Like, he's just not a captain. He's got no leadership at all. He doesn't know how to control players. Can't even control himself, let alone other players.
Yeah,
so
right.
It's just dumb.
Manchester United need a better mid, but that's what Taylor's obviously talking about.
Yeah.
I'd say for replacement for Pavard, I'd take.
That's a lot for quite.
I'm not even reading the rest of that. It would be best if Gravenberch left at least on loan. The problem is, though, is with Stanisic, you know that Bayern Munich, Thomas Tuchel has obviously given the green light for him to go. So that's the manager giving the green light. But you know that Bayern Munich want him to be in their squad in general, and not to sell him permanently, because there is no option to buy. There's no option to buy. There's no obligation to buy. There's nothing. It literally is a straight loan. With Gravenberch, I think the problem is Liverpool are obviously trying to sign him, like actually sign him now, which I'm very interested with because actually I'll get onto that in a second. So they're obviously trying to sign him. United are then going to try and loan him. The only problem, especially with the manager, like I've said in this video stream, whatever, he's going to want to keep him most likely. So the option to buy probably will be there, which I don't like at all. And I just really, really hope if he does go there and it's set in stone that he is going to go there, we just give a ridiculous number like Man City did with Cancelo. Because if he plays out of his socks, he's going to be worth more than 40 million. He just is. He's a great player and he's a talented player. There were tons of clubs going in for him. I bet he's regretting picking us now. On Liverpool, though, the problem with Liverpool in this situation, obviously their rivals Manchester United are in for the same player, but obviously they're in the pecking seat because obviously FFP are screwing United over. So obviously you can't necessarily sign him, get him on loan, but you can't sign him. But they put in a ridiculous bid for Caicedo, so I don't want to hear this thing that they've got no money anymore. So if they're coming in for him, I think Bayern have got to be. Yeah, we've got to be Bayern, and we've got to say, well, their manager is a former Dortmund manager, caused us pain in the past. 70 million. Straight up 60 to 70 million, because what we were quoting was, I think, around 45 million, I think, which is way too low for a talent that, just for the potential. But yeah, that whole deal pisses me off, to be honest with you. I don't want him to go anywhere. I know what he can do because I've watched him for Ajax and I've watched him for Netherlands, so it's annoying. Welcome in, Henry, mate. Hopefully you've had a great day. Thoughts on West Ham? To be honest, obviously, Ansar, I know that you're obviously in, I want to say, the Caribbean. If I'm wrong by saying that, I apologise. And I'm not trying to say that I'm better or anything, but us Englishmen, that's not. When I seen it, I wasn't surprised. Not surprised whatsoever. West Ham do that to the London teams. They turn up for some reason in these London games. And I also
funny
think
about that game as well.
Go on.
Caicedo gave away penalty for 3-1.
Wow. Wow. There you go. He's repaying it straight up. The thing with it is, I think this is going to keep happening to Chelsea. They need to find their rhythm under Poch. There's no way anyone can say that he hasn't been given the money. Obviously, I think that's one of the reasons he probably went there. To be honest, you get this thing all the time with like, oh, this person's on Bayern Munich's list, this person's on Manchester United's list, blah blah blah, and then. There's no point of even putting the name on the bloody United's and Bayern's just get crossed out all the time. You put it on Chelsea's and it's straight. Yep, we'll get him. So yeah, right. Need a centre back. Can look. Yeah, but the problem is with that Rashad is I think they generally like that Pavard can play two different positions. That's the only thing, to be honest. Let's see. Come to Bayern, to be honest. He's young. I have no clue who he is. I don't believe. If you are young, talented midfielder, stay away from Bayern Munich. Renato Sanchez. Whoa. Hold up a second. Renato Sanchez had an ego. That's got to be said straight away. I'm not saying it's all his fault, but he definitely had an ego. And that's what fucked him over. And same for Constance. He generally had the biggest ego going. So, yeah. And again, Maka Roca was a good player, just not given game time again. And people could say he's shit or anything, but like, I know Leeds aren't Bayern Munich, nowhere near us, but he's had good performances for Leeds. But the problem is, game time. When you've got a player in like Kimmich, he just goes and gets that position straight away. He's already on the team sheet. So it's annoying. Would get rid of Goretzka first, I agree. Bayern need a destroyer in the midfield. Yeah, mate, I would take Amrabat straight away. He is brilliant.
Take both straight away.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously. The only reason I didn't say Tchouaméni is because obviously he's not going to come here. That Real Madrid midfield is cooking differently, especially with Jude in there. So, yeah. Amrabat, though, yeah, I'm all over it. The only reason I didn't want him, it wasn't because of him or his talent, was because he wanted Spain. And I want players that want to come to Bayern. Other than that, that's just that. Welcome in. Liam, do you think Tuchel will give Ryan and Tal enough? Well, Tal, yes. I generally think Matis Tau actually could have left and was very close to leaving because Tuchel come out and said that we don't know what his future holds, blah, 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 blah. And then Gravenberch, oh my God, I got Gravenberch on the mind now. Tau, him and his agent come out saying that we are staying at Bayern Munich. There was a permanent move from a Premier League club. It wasn't disclosed who that was. It could have been United, maybe, I'm not sure, because obviously that was before they got Højlund in. So maybe, I'm not sure, or it could have been one of the lesser teams. There was some Premier League loans. I think there was a German loan in there as well. But I hope Tau gets the game time. I think he will learn a lot off of Harry Kane. They have different styles because obviously Harry Kane is an out-and-out 9, and Tal is a striker / winger. But he's just going to learn, just like Jamal Musiala playing at the 10 learned from Robert Lewandowski. Gravenberch, though, I'm not sure. I think there's a reason why he's being touted out. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Goretzka and Gnabry been underperforming since treble season. Goretzka, yes. I wouldn't say Gnabry, just because I think Gnabry, does he need to perform or... Yeah, like he definitely has regressed from what he was doing. Like that, when he was ripping Spurs a new one, ripping Chelsea a new one. But he's still getting in those goals when he needs to. But he does need to be more consistent. It's really annoying because you've got Sane going from the start of the season, amazing till the second half of the season, and he's crap. And then Gnabry seems to not perform early and then really good at the end. It's like they're mix and match. Really, really confusing. Right, and then I read the rest of that. I'd only be okay to sell him if you're gonna bring someone else. Yes, exactly, mate. Exactly. Okay, I was correct. Okay, cool. Paying that money for David. David who?
Dyer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not a chance. That's not going to happen. Even though I would take him. Just say straight to him. To be honest with you, you got this. You're going to be number one until Neuer comes back. Blah blah blah. If he says no, he says no. There's no hurt in asking. To buy in the Netherlands lad. Yeah, I was going to make a video on him. I'm not going to say too much on him. I'm not too known. I don't really know him. Renato Sanchez also failed because of the injury. Yes, exactly. No, is not. Yeah, exactly. He's not leaving Real.
Would be nice.
No, not a chance. I actually think Real are going to become I can definitely see them not having a striker. Like they have a striker in their team now and in their system, but I can generally see them playing Jude as a false 9, because the guy is
scoring goals, yeah,
ridiculous.
Goals
Spinning headers like Chicharito and everything. Tao deserves more game time this season. I agree, without doubt. I agree. You are such a troll, bro. Generally, he's not talented. He is crap. There's a reason why they put 20 million on the table for him, because he's crap. I'm surprised they're even going for him, to be honest with you.
True.
I generally think that Moyes would want them to suffer, considering he wasn't given enough time. But yeah, what we got on here though, let's load up this a minute. So we've got obviously Klosterman, the lad I was on about. Obviously there's the Pavard news. I'm not sure what the hell they're going on about. Obviously this is the lad that's there to replace what's his name? Pavard, the guy we just mentioned. What's his career? One Kim and J. I'm not worried about Minjay at Bayern because he is in a good. He's not going to shit on us, by the way, before I even read this, because he used to manage us. So he's not going to shit us. So yeah, let's just skip that. No, what's that? What's this? I'm completing a fucking bored. I'm so bored. Don't even want to watch Noah do any more drills. Just so boring. What's this? Well, factories and are responsible for the day-to-day operations. Rummenigge has the biggest influence on the player transfers behind the scenes. Thanks to his huge network in European football, Rummenigge was also much more actively involved in what? The Harry Kane transfer. Well, why the fuck did you leave then? Fuck's sake. What's this? Yeah, obviously we know about that. Davies in the Bundesliga team of the week. And you haven't put Kane in there. Okay. Let's set to that. Liverpool, Manchester United will be the favourites to sign Ryan Gravenberch. Should Bayern Munich give him the green light to leave? No verbal agreements yet. Bayern bosses are not ruling out anything under death. Yeah, they're not because of Thomas Tuchel. That's the only reason they're not. This is going to be our new keeper. Young lad, I believe. And he is... I think I don't even want to say where he's from because I don't know where he's from, but I know he's from. I want to say Asia. I think I'm not sure now. And yeah, fucking that hurts my eyes, man. Lord Almighty, that was a horrible fucking kid as well.
Yeah, that's very bad.
Fucking. Annoying. Annoying. But when's the Champions League thingies? Very interested to see.
I think it's like November time, isn't it?
Or is it? So it's a little while.
Is it? Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not actually too sure.
I know that it's like not mid. It's like halfway through the first part of the season. I know it's like half. Bosh. What's it say? Think we should sign top keeper like but they won't because of those noisy go.
Mid next month, like middle of next month. Hopefully.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, well at least we got something to talk about on the show. So yeah. We definitely got something else to speak about on the
show. Ahmed. God's sake.
What he said? I didn't even know you were
Yeah.
Tell them, man.
Yeah.
Welcome in, bro.
It's just one of our slow starts. It's fine. We've had slow starts before. We'll pick it up. Be alright.
We haven't fucking started yet. Fucking Thomas Tuchel.
If we don't pick it up, I'm leaving. I'm done for the season, and I end up seeing you lot next season.
Why keep Gravenberch on your team but not? What's it say? Why keep Gravenberch on your team but not play him? Waste of time, in my opinion. Yeah, and waste of money as well. Especially as he is a potential talent. Like this isn't someone that's crap. You know what I mean? That's the United fella. Amad Diallo, he's a good player, very good player.
His potential is very high. Very good player. He did have an injury, unfortunately. That's why he's not been playing. So hopefully we get him back.
So is he gonna like? Let's say that he's not injured though. Is he a stayer at the club and does he play or?
I mean, he's shown why he should play. Like he's shown that, especially over the performances over like Anthony. Like if you're gonna play Sancho at like left or false nine, then definitely Ahmad over Anthony at the moment. Definitely.
Okay.
So I think they're around near the same age. I think Ahmad's just a little bit younger, but I think his potential is way higher. And I think he's actually better right now than him. But yeah, hopefully we get him back from injury soon.
I remember you lot signing him.
Yes, he's had a few loans out. We're not too sure if he's going to go on loan again. He did last season. He was for Sunderland. He was a key player for Sunderland as well. I think he was Sunderland's Player of the Year. I think, or either Player of the Year or Young Player of the Year. I for Sunderland. Yeah, definitely pivotal for their season.
Yeah.
So hopefully either play him or get him out on loan, get him more experience.
Harry Kane looks like a perfect fit for Bayern. I agree. Seeing all of the love he got from the Bayern Munich fans has been incredible. I also agree. Bayern fans are different, man. Bayern fans are different. Good and bad. Good and bad, without a doubt. They are different, And when Lewandowski wanted to leave and he was leaving the training ground, they said they were shouting Hala Madrid at him. So, does Taylor feel United would be much better if they had Kane? Big up to both of you. I don't even need Taylor to answer that. Yes,
you go for it. Yeah, say all you need on it.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, definitely.
Without a doubt. Liam, give me Manchester United in the group stages. I beg, mate. Give me the hardest group stage.
Just
Let's not get out of the group stage.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
Thomas Pickle, motherfucker.
You'll regret saying that. You say United are crap now, and it gets by September. If you have United, you don't want to eat your own words.
Nah, we'd slap you.
Well, Gravenberch by then, and he was cool.
Especially the Tuchel ball. The Tuchel ball.
I did say Tuchel
ball. The problem is if Mazzari is injured. Exactly, woman. Exactly. They're just idiots. We're moving backwards. I can't even say anything other than that. Yep. They will go. Yeah, definitely. I agree. Ahmad does. Yeah.
Yeah. Spot on.
Shame about Ahmad's injury. He's a very gifted.
Exactly.
He is a good player. Didn't you get him from Atlanta as well?
I cannot remember where we got him from.
I think it was Atlanta. The keeper that knows how to box more than play the bro. Yeah, I'm not singing that because
you can't. Obviously, he's probably basing that off the preseason when he got locked. But most keepers that are like Onana that play his style, like playing out, like ready for the pass, someone like Neuer, someone like Edison, Alisson, they all would have been lobbed in that bit. They would have been standing in the same spot. Yeah, he's conceded 2 goals in the Prem now in one game, but he still made incredible saves, pivotal ones in the Wolves game that gave us the clean sheet in that win, which we shouldn't have won. And his passing has been incredible already, even in the Tottenham game. Like he comes up in our half, probably halfway up in our half, gets the ball, diagonal pass cross to Garnacho. Absolutely insane. If Garnacho had a bit more experience, knew how to push up a bit better, he would have scored that, and that would have been an assist easily. I think if that was Rashford, I think you get a goal there.
He buries it, yeah.
Yeah. So we were about Onana, but he's already playing well.
Definitely. I can see Bayern getting Arsenal in the group stages and Kane putting them to the sword. It would be spectacular. I would like to get Arsenal.
That'd be lovely to see. Oof.
Not necessarily for Kane to score loads of goals against them because of Spurs and all that shit. I would like him to score loads of goals, but generally for the challenge, because I see all of these Arsenal fans talking all of this madness, which we know that their fan base in itself is crazy. But I generally would like it for the challenge because I don't rate Arteta whatsoever. I really, really don't. So I would like to see what he would do against Bayern. But yeah, I also want Arsenal in the group. Yeah. Oh, it was Atlanta. Okay, cool.
To be honest, I'd like you to go again. Well, I know it wouldn't. It can't happen anyway because they're not in it. But if you ever had Spurs, that would be funny. And like in the group stage, because you'd absolutely batter them and Kane would get about 5 goals, and it would be very funny to see. because he wouldn't celebrate at all, and
Nope.
it would just be humiliating. Like I'd love every second of it.
Definitely, mate. Do you think United fans will have a meltdown asking for De Gea to come back if Onana gets... No, he's not
No.
going to come back.
You got to think
How does-
like their mistakes, which also De Gea, especially the past 3 seasons, there was I did see a stat that his shot stopping was like negative compared to usual. Like it's just gone downhill for him. He will pull out the world class saves. I think every keeper pulls out a world class save, but De Gea's mistakes were just too much, and I don't think Onana will pull off that many mistakes. Like last season for Inter, he wasn't pulling off that many mistakes compared to David De Gea. It's a different league. It's gonna take him a little bit of time. Like,
Let's
I ain't worried.
No, he shouldn't be. He's a good keeper.
Exactly. I'm already enjoying him. Whether he concedes or not, I'm already enjoying what he brings.
How many games have you had?
2 now. 2 in the league.
So 1 win, 1 loss.
1 win, 1 loss, yeah.
And then obviously Bayern have had 2 games, one of them being the Super Cup.
Yeah.
Let's do this for the last 10 minutes. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. Please do smash the thumbs up button. Make sure to check out Taylor. I believe your thing's it better be in the thingy. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Make sure to go hit the subscribe button to Taylor. Let's do this. So we're going to do it on form only. We're going to do a combined 11 on form only. Okay. So
yeah. All right.
I'll give you Onana, even though you've lost and won. I will give you Onana. I don't know how to spell his name. How do you spell Onana's name?
Onana.
Okay, there we go. Okay, it was easier than I thought. Dyslexia destroying me again. So yeah, he's definitely going in there. Because Sven Ulreich is a good keeper, but he's nowhere near Onana. And Onana's had better performances. You lost 2-0 to a Spurs team when realistically that should have been a 2-2 draw. And we got absolutely battered by 1 player in the Super Cup. So Onana's going in. Right back. I want to put Mazzeri in there. How is your right back playing?
It's very, very, very close between Wan-Bissaka and Mazzeri, definitely. Watching Mazzeri in that 4-0 win, he was very, very good. But also watching Wan-Bissaka, he was one of our best players in the Wolves game next to Varane. Same in the Tottenham game, he was one of the best players next to Varane. So it is very, very close. But I'll give you Mazzeri because you gave me Onana, so you can have Mazzeri. It definitely could go the other way though. Personally, I think Wan-Bissaka was out good.
Let's just put the fact that I give you Onana though. Do you think Wan-Bissaka has been better on form?
His form, yeah. I think so. For the 2 games,
because of the 2 games, who would you pick?
Wan-Bissaka.
Okay.
I'll personally go for that.
Okay. We'll go left back next. How's Luke Shaw playing?
Definitely at fault for I like to say first goal that we conceded. Definitely go Davies, 100%.
Definitely Davies. Yeah, I was going to say Davies playing out of his skin.
Yeah,
recently.
Because they went down our left channel, and for some reason Shaw was quite tucked in to where the centre backs are. Not sure why. So they had free roam. They crossed it in, deflected to one of their players, and they scored. So yeah, definitely Davies.
United. Give me 1 second. So people know. Okay, cool. So one second. Right, who plays your right centre back?
Varane.
Okay, well, I'm just going to put him in straight away because we haven't been having Dillit in, and when Dillit did come in, he got absolutely destroyed by Danny Almo. That is a skill. Oh my god, it's disgusting. Again, remember everyone that is watching this, if you are still watching this, if you're watching it as a video. Also, this is on form only. 2 games, that's it. We're not going off combined 11 in general. Not at all. So I'll put Varane in there. I think Dayot Mancano is a scapegoat, number one. I think a lot of people just like to, because of the Maguire bullshit, they like to just go on that. But Varane, I'll give you Varane. Especially how you've been raving about it.
He's been
game,
he's been our best attacker as well, best defender, best attacker. So,
what about who played next to him?
Martinez. For you, has it been Kim or was it?
I was gonna say Kim. Yeah.
I liked what I see from Kim. I'd say Kim over Martinez. Martinez, it's been pretty average. I know in the Wolves game he got yellow cards, so he came off because considering the whole new rule system and that, everyone's getting yellow cards left, right, and centre. Bruno got one for talking to the ref. So, literally they're throwing out cards left, right, and centre. I know Arsenal got a red card today as well for double yellow, which was not a red. And I think McAllister for Liverpool the other day got a straight red for a 50-50 challenge. Not a red at all. So the officials this season, there's been 2 games and the officials have been dreadful. So
you don't have an 8, do you?
No, our only proper number 8 is Eriksen.
So how's Casemiro been playing?
Overwhelmed. He's not had a great start because he doesn't have another number 8 with him. So
would you say Kimmich's better than him?
It's hard because Kimmich weren't good either.
That's what I'm asking.
So I don't actually know. I literally wouldn't even know.
I would because you don't have an 8. I'm putting Goretzka in.
No. I'd say that definitely Goretzka.
I just don't know here.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think they'll. I think if Casemiro had the number 8, then he definitely would have been better. Like without a doubt. I think if you in that Bayern team, if you had Casemiro instead of Kimmich there, Casemiro would have played better. I think for that game, but it's definitely it's a hard one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Right.
Cam.
Who plays Cam for you?
Bruno. Bruno Fernandes.
How's he been playing?
How was he? Definitely he's been creating a few chances. He's got quite a lot. But obviously he hasn't. He definitely helped with the win against Wolves. Great pass into Wan-Bissaka and Wan-Bissaka into Varane to score. But obviously we were terrible that game. He missed an absolute sitter against Tottenham. Absolute sitter. I'm guessing we're comparing this to Musiala. Definitely Musiala, yeah.
Would you put Musiala in there, would you?
I think so, yeah.
He hasn't scored or an assist or anything.
Yeah, neither's Bruno. And Bruno's missed an absolute sitter. He's put in, he's given chances, but I think his overall game compared to Musiala, I think when I watched Musiala play the other day, his overall game during the whole game was a lot better than... So basically for the 90 minutes. Because obviously, weren't good against Wolves. They were only good for the first half against Tottenham. So I'd say Musiala, yeah. But as the chat's saying, chat are saying Muller.
Muller hasn't played. How can we say Muller?
Well, he did come on though, didn't he? He needed to get an assist.
Yeah, but you can't put him in there because he didn't play in the other game. So, for me, you can't put him in there. I'm going to put Leroy Sané here.
You can put anyone. You could put Neuer. That's how better than Anthony is. Yeah, Anthony's shocking.
Yeah, the thing is, you're not going to like this because...
No, it's true. It's true.
Because of how your manager's been setting up.
Yeah, no, that's spot on. Absolutely spot on. I would have said that. I would have exactly said that. Yeah. Rashford's been playing up front, so it's not working. Garnacho just not really been doing that great.
As well,
he hasn't done as good as Koeman. So yeah, no, I'm not denying that at all. I think if Rashford in those 2 games played on the left, we'd definitely be in there. But no, that's definitely. It's quite disappointing though. Only 4 players.
Yeah, 4 players. Yeah.
I probably would have liked Oh yeah, the right back's very, very close, I think, and the CDM is close for the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
yeah.
So yeah, that's only on form only, by the way. If anyone doesn't understand, for United to play 2 games, Bayern have played 1 in the Bundesliga and 1 in the Super Cup, which both United and Bayern have lost 1 and won 1. So that's what we're going off of. Because obviously Rashford would probably be in this team, and so on. So and Kimmich would definitely be in this team. Let's get rid of that now. Right, it's back to us. Cool. So yeah, we're gonna end there, guys. Hopefully, guys have enjoyed the show. We will be back maybe next week. When do you leave? Do you know when you leave?
Next week Thursday.
Next week Thursday. Maybe we'll do one. Maybe we'll do one before that then. Before you go. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, check out Taylor as always. He does some funny videos, especially his match reaction. Check out his match reaction to when they lost to Spurs. Make sure to give it a like and everything. And until then,
could be a lot of them.
Yeah, right. Yes, peace out, people.
Peace, guys.
Tuchel out.